Well, the whole, I put a big old bag on the table for the 3-man group because Joe is retired, but Royce said he not doing it without Joe because Royce felt like we wasn't big enough or whatever that was.
That wasn't right. That wasn't right.
It's false. First of all, it's false. It's completely false. Us getting off the label and sitting for a year, that's false. And the thing is, bro, we can provide receipts for all of these things. Like, why are y'all lying? What's the purpose of lying? You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't want to do it because I felt like you were retired, I'd be well within my right to do that. So I don't have to lie about that. You know what I mean? Now, if we want to talk about letting a white man come up in here and try to tell us who's going to be involved and who's not based off of his feelings toward you, now we having a real conversation.
Hot take is coming out of me. I can't control it. No, you pop down. You talking? I don't know how to ever address these things publicly because I do a bad job at it. So that's why I just like to follow your lead here. But yes. And then the niggas gonna say a whole bunch of shit like I'm trying to paint a narrative. I'm not trying to paint a narrative. You keep talking, I'm gonna start telling the truth. Because the truth is like real simple. You niggas spent, not you niggas, let me not even say you niggas. Because Joell be innocent and shit. Yo, I can't speak to Joell. But Crook.
Yo, I'm going to give you that one. Don't call me out of my name again. I'm going to give you that one.
But I don't even hold that against them. That's just hurt people's shit. But Crook, you, at every turn, I said I'm retired to the fans. To you, I was truthful and said, hey, just not over there. And that's what boggles my mind the most about this, because that caused an issue between me and you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, how the fuck did this happen? Me and you had to have like some real conversations behind like friendship.
Yeah, and my whole Book of Ryan rollout was me getting asked questions about you. And I remember finally getting you on the phone and saying, yo, fam, what did I do to deserve that? Like, and it was like a long conversation that we had where we were yelling back and forth.
So that's my thing. Like, the conversations that needed to be had, like involving real shit, was just had. And for however many years now, Crook, you was the nigga saying, nah, I'm gonna stay over here. Let's stay here. I mean, he said that out his own mouth in the Twitter shit. Yo, I'm gonna stay. We should stay. Okay. So you stayed for X amount of years. And then you came around and somehow we had the conversations and we get off of over there for less than a year. Less than 1 fucking year. Less than a year. And this what you did?
It's hard not to be somewhat emotional about it, man, because it's like there's two sides of it. There's the business side of it. There's the emotional investment in all of the years, all of the sweat equity that we put into building something ourselves, brick by brick from the ground. And then there's also the friendship aspect of it. The friendship aspect of it, when you know that somebody is, you consider them a friend and you see watching them make a decision where you know that they are putting the friendship and the brotherhood on the chopping block for a check, and they're willing to do that. The last time something happened to me like this was when a very, very close friend of mine you remember, sued me for $1 million because some lawyer told him that there may be $1 million in it for him. So he chose to take to put it all on the line and take that risk and just say F the friendship. And it's just like, man, how can that not hurt, man? You know what I mean? Like, and when I say that, I'm talking about King Crooked. I'm talking about King Crooked. I'm not talking about Joell. I love Joell, but me and Joell never really been close like that. So he told partial truths in the song. You know what I'm saying? Like we were on the road and then we go home and we go kind of like to our respective corners, but not me and Crook. Me and Crook spoke every day, all the time. You know what I mean? Like there's not an amount of money that you can give me to blindside Crooked Eye. I would never do it. I would never do anything to compromise what I thought our relationship was. And he did everything. He put me in every position that you can think of, just as a friend. And he's the last person that I ever would have expected that from.
And he on Twitter saying Joe would never answer my call. Joe never called me. Nigga, every time we spoke, you was trying to convince me to take a deal somewhere. No. Not doing that. I understand your position. Because you be like, you do things the right way. Like, I maybe have gone, like, niggas could be mad at me for whatever the reason, but you be doing shit the right way. So for this to happen to you, like, I feel bad for you, even though I'm the one getting this.
Now is not the time, man. Now is not the time. It's a time in the world where people are slowly waking up, stepping into a higher level of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are talking about economic growth. People are talking about coming together, bringing our finances together, controlling the black dollar, throwing around phrases like generational wealth, all of these different things. This is not the time to be dividing up against each other. You know what I mean? Like, y'all did an album together before. It wasn't a problem then. Now, all of a sudden, you got to turn me into your op to do so. I can never be your op. I can never be an op of Crooked Eye or Joell Ortiz. Never. Not in a million years. I'd never let you do that. Never. All I can do is just gracefully bow out and put my hands up like this. And I feel the same way about Lupe Fiasco and anybody else who I've been caught on a public platform arguing back and forth with about something that can always be resolved. So it looks like to me that they're the ones with the issues. I don't have any issues with anybody. So if they have issues, those issues should have got brought to the table. You know what I mean? And all of the conversations that we've been having as of late and the order in which we were speaking, all four of us, the way that we fought to get the brand off of the label, all four of us, not just three of us, it don't seem like none of the moves that they're making now lines up with what we were doing and what we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? And the doors to heaven have always been open. We don't need to be in a deal to make music.